What's going on, YouTube? It's okay, Mom. We're back with another devlog. We're gonna be doing this live, just like the last one. Super excited about it. There's a lot to cover here. We'll just read along. So hello, everyone. Today's topic is cooking, a mechanic that will play a significant role in both your adventure as well as the caravan system. There's an important note here. The effects, the prices, and the availability of most existing foods are going to be rebalanced in rags to riches. The number you see on the screens may also be subject to change. Okay, so everything is still being kind of like worked in progress. So that's a thing. Cooking will be split into two parts, basic and the cooking of dishes. Basic actions include roasting and meat salting. Roasting is basically the cooking of the current version of the game. Okay, that makes sense. In Rags to Riches, it'll be performed through a separate menu with an option to roast multiple ingredients at once rather than going through them one by one. So we can all tell what's going on here. You just slap in all the food and cook it away. Now, the biggest thing that's going to have to happen with this update is we're going to need to get to have the backpacks available. Now, again, the cooking gets released alongside Rags to Riches, as far as I know. So that means the backpacks are going to be available too. So if you want to be a survival boy, probably get the backpack that allows you to store more food. I'm assuming is the kicker on that one. Salting requires any type of meat and a few handfuls of salt. Once preserved, meat loses some of its nutritional value, but can be stored indefinitely, which is quite convenient during prolonged expeditions or when you just want to preserve the spoils of your hunt for later. Nice. So this is the salting of the meat. I like it. I dig it. Look at all the food items, though. The preparation of actual dishes is more complex. So first of all, you'll need a recipe. Some basic recipes will be available to all the characters just from the start of the game, and the rest will have to be found, bought, or earned through high reputation in settlements. For instance, reaching Respect in Osbrook. Respect? Wow, they're going all out. Anyway, Respect in Osbrook will make it possible to purchase the secrets of preparing Osbrook bread bowl stew in Manshire. Which one's the bread bowl? Is that a bread bowl? It's bread with looks like a bowl. I'm guessing it's that one. In Manshire, Manshire fair salad, and in Bryn, harpy omelet a la Bryn. For now, we've created 37 different recipes, but their total number might grow. Wow, more recipes? You gotta be kidding me. So you've got the recipe, what's next? First, you'll need to open fire. Any fireplace or camp will do, and then you'll have to place a pot on top. Tavern fireplaces and some campsites already have pots pre-installed, but you'll need to bring one of those for any of the fires that you start yourself. Although not every recipe requires a pot. For instance, the hunter-style drumsticks or meat skewers can be cooked without. So we do need... Now that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. Again, this is where the whole backpack situation comes into play. We definitely need something to store this stuff in, because I don't want to carry a pot along with me at all times. That's a lot, all right? We only have so much room in our inventory as is. In order to prepare soups and some desserts, such as the fruit soup or flapjacks, you'll need to fill out your pot with water or milk, and this can be done simply by pouring the liquid from other vessels into it. So as you can kind of tell, here's the you know, they're taking the milk here and they're pouring it in, and it gives us like one stack of milk, it looks like. Once this part is over, you can start adding the ingredients, and most recipes will allow a certain level of deviation. Sometimes they can be sometimes they can be interpreted quite literally. If you cook a vegetable salad, any vegetable type ingredients will do. Other vegetables might require a specific item, such as garlic or onion or even leeks. Keep in mind that the end result will always look the same and have the same effects regardless of the exact ingredients used. This is done for the sake of straightforwardness and more consistent visuals. That makes sense. That really does. Here they're looking at the different ingredients and some of the things that those do. Healing, efficiency, hunger, you know, you get the idea. So honey pancakes, though. I wish I could just stop this. Honey pancakes, I want to read it more. It's fine. The number of stats that you see are placeholders and just subject to change. Still, there's a caveat. Some recipes have a place in optional. Wait, what? Some recipes have a place for optional additives that will imbue dishes with extra effects. I'm guessing the desserts, because it's like pot of milk, egg, apple, to add a little bit extra to the recipe. I can't talk right now. Okay, that's really cool. It's kind of like making a bowl of oatmeal, but instead of like just plain old oatmeal, you throw in some berries on top. I got you. For example, salt will double your dish's expiration time. Butter will give a bonus to hunger resistance. And more exotic variants, such as jiving spices, Nistrian condiments, and Scadian herbs, will provide a sizable boost to morale, sanity, or immunity. That's freaking awesome. All in all, dishes will differ not only in the amount of hunger they state, but also other aspects. They might reduce fatigue, improve morale, sanity, immunity, grant bonuses to experience, increase resistances, and so on. On top of that, this is the thing I saw, because I kind of looked at it a little bit, but you can now have satiation of like level 2? Freaking amazing. What is that about? Satiety, the effect granted for overfilling your hunger meter will receive an additional stack and some other bonuses if you gain it by consuming an advanced dish. So in this case, your dodge still goes down by -5, but you also gain 5 health restoration, 10 heal. Now, again, this subject to change, but it sounds really dope. Healing efficiency, experience gain, fatigue, hunger, and then sanity and morale. Holy cow. Just by eating enough food. Once you're done cooking, food can be eaten directly from the pot, but if you want to leave it and save it for later, you're definitely going to need a suitable vessel. Obviously, soups require a deep bowl, but for everything else, you can just place it on a plate. Gold plates will work as well. I guess people were talking about that in Discord. They're like, yes, it'll work. You can have a golden plate dish. We're going to live in luxury, y'all. As soon as we find a golden plate, don't sell it. It'll be possible to place some dishes directly into your inventory, such as loaves and garlic cheese bread. Okay. That's it. That's all for now. That's it. Okay. All right. That's exciting, though. We get to be little survival boys and be able to cook a bunch. Okmall, don't forget, we still have about 2/3 of the map and about 8 to 10 new cities. So typically food from each city will appear. Dude, it's gonna be insane. Once this drops, we gotta do an actual review of the game once 1.0 drops. A cooking shard, there you go. Andre says, I feel like having bonus XP gain under satiety kind of forces your hand to eat more. Well, yes and no. You would be surprised. Like, for me personally, I don't like gaining more experience, and it might change later in the game. But for right now, I don't like gaining more experience. The faster I level up, the quicker I get to like the boss enemies, right? And that means that if I level up too fast, I might not gain as much gold. It might take me one less dungeon, let's say, before I reach that content. Who knows? Maybe I'll be a poor boy and I won't have enough money for like end game gear. But again, that's all subject to change. It could definitely be much different once the game is fully released. Seems too much trouble than it's worth. I know it is, because that's what I was thinking too there, Soren. It's like, that's a lot of food, but you got to carry the food itself. You got to carry the dishes. You got to carry the pot. You got to pick up some sticks along the way to create the food. This is going to be those situations where we have to have a huge backpack that is just there to support the food that you're carrying along with you. Otherwise, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's still neat. Very neat. Tragic says the next devlog, they are going to talk about the caravan. I hope so, because they already released part 1, which we covered last time. And I'll be posting this to YouTube, so it'll get there. I didn't really cover much outside of just reading it. But, I mean, what are you going to cover? It's food.